at the forefinger with below navel. And it's not just ah character, it's a short ah character or syllable. And that short or half ah is the inner fire or tumo, and which is also Dojapamo or Vajravarahi. And the color of the half or short ah is red. In the finer state, red, bright, and fire. So red, bright, fire. That's the short ah. Ambrosia in its coarse state as the inconceivable state inside the channels. It's actually very easy to talk about here. But the inconceivable state inside the channels, that's weird wordings. Because inside each channel there is ambrosia, including the white body and red body. And in its coarse state as the inconceivable state inside the channels. Why is it so ambiguous? The red body is blood and white body is all the liquids inside your body. So many of the liquids are called the white body. And there's a name for the white body, that's hormone. Before I said that your eyes have the tears and mucus from your nose and excretion from the ears and saliva inside the mouth and secretion inside your stomach, and most importantly insulin inside your pancreas. These are all referred as the white body. They're all called the white body. And the red body is the blood that's pumped by the heart. Only when your heart beats, then you are alive. Then the blood circulates out from the artery and back from the veins and to the capillaries and then back to the heart and then pump out and circulate and back to the heart again. This kind of circulation inside your body, that's the red body, which is the inconceivable state inside the channels, including the white body and red body. And in its fine state, it is like the sun arising above the tranquil pure ocean, like the colorful feathers of a chikarika bird, or like the sparkles of a dewdrop on a blade of grass. Oh my gosh. What kind of language? What kind of wordings? Choice of words. Just be simple and then it can be understood easily. And this way it's impossible to understand. Let me tell you, the white body, when it becomes urine and excreted, then it would be the inconceivable state in its coarse state. When you go to the bathroom and the pee that you urinate is regarded as the coarse state. the inconceivable white body. And things that you excrete from your belly is also the coarse state. It could be the fertilizers that went into the toilet and then you flushed it. That's it. Honestly, when you cultivate spiritually until you have some fruition, then your white body would be like the tranquil ocean and the sun rising above the tranquil ocean. That's the essence of your white and red body through your spiritual cultivation. That's how it is. It would be like the beautiful feathers of a beautiful bird, or like the sparkles of dewdrops on grass when you wake up in the morning. That's the fine state. What does it mean? So the coarse state is the urine and feces, and also the excretion from the eyes, nose, and ears. But the fine state is very beautiful and crystal clear, like precious jewels. One time I went to Master Tuptandarji and he gave me a crystal ball. I don't know what it meant. He gave me a small crystal ball. And later on, he explained, I give you a white, crystal clear, transparent crystal ball to you. And I want you to practice the light drop Dharma. And in the future, your light drops would become like this crystal ball, very bright, radiant, round, and clear. So asking you to practice the light drop Dharma. So what is the light drop practice? It's the fire. In the fire that you ignite, the temperature can melt the light drops. That it would melt like drops of pearls. And that's the light drops. And that's the fine state. Now you understand with my explanation. Without my explanation, you will not know. You cultivate spiritually from the coarse state to the fine state. And the red body would be like the red crystal ball, crystal clear, transparent. And the white body would become the white crystal balls, also transparent and radiant. Of course, it's not as big as that crystal ball, but very tiny, tiny pearls. But let me tell you, if you have attainment in this practice, in this crystal balls, and then when it congeal into solids, and it would ascend to the skulls, and it would be embellished on the skulls, and then when you're being cremated after your death, that would be inside the body, on the knees. It would be like pearls or beads, white or flush, pink colors, and those are the essence of the white and red body. And for the hair, it's black, blood is red, and brown, and the white body is white, and the bone sarira is white, black, and there are many colors that would be inside your body. So that showed that you have some fruition in your spiritual cultivation. Sometimes there are none. It's completely gone, completely burned, gone. And sometimes after the cremation, the whole body produces many sariras. That's called the whole body sariras, which is Master Lian-Hua Yiming of our Buddha school, is the whole body sarira. And his sarira's colors is brown, gray. They're all sariras all over his body. Master Lian-Hua Yiming. So that showed that she acts that all of her sariras were stolen, that they were all gone. We don't know why or what happened. The siddha, or those with attainments, when you sleep at night and then when you turn your body, there would be several sariras produced. Sometimes that happens. Now let's talk about Qi. In its coarse state as voices and laughter, in its fine state as Qi, the vital energy. When you talk, you use Qi. When you laugh, do you use Qi? Yes, you use Qi. So the coarse state as voices and laughter, and fine state is the Qi, or vital energy. The 21,600 counts of breath are classified into 10 types of karmic Qi, which are classified into 5 basic Qi that are categorized as 3 types, as the incoming, abiding, and outgoing Qi. You know, without my explanation, you will never know. You would only understand after my explanation. So, 21,600 counts of breath. Let me ask the masters, how long will that take? Can you check? So, a quarter of a second for one breath, and classified into 10 types of karmic Qi. When you breathe without the Qi entering into the sacral channel, it's called the karmic Qi. So a quarter of a breath in 1 second. There's no need to calculate that. We'll be dizzy. 21,600 counts of breath, classified into 10 types of karmic qi. When you breathe, that's the karmic qi, and classified into 5 basic qi. Let me tell you what they are. Very simple. The qi that controls the upper body is upper qi, and that controls the lower body is the lower qi. And for circulation is the peripheral qi, or the all over the qi. And the one that controls the central channel is the fire accompanying qi. And there's the qi that is not moving, and when it moves, you will die. That's the life qi. And they're categorized as 3 types of qi, which are incoming, abiding, and outgoing. So in the practice, you breathe in through the dantian, and then you hold your breath. That's the abiding. Until you cannot hold the breath anymore, and you exhale. That's outgoing. Incoming is breathe in. Abiding is let it stay at dantian, and then outgoing is breathing out. And there's a method. So in through the 2 nostrils, it's complete breathing, which is soft, long, and slow. And then you exhale. When I was quiet, that was abiding the qi. So incoming, abiding, and outgoing. So the keeping the qi, like for you, for 30 seconds, most people can keep the qi for 30 seconds. And then you increase it gradually to 2 minutes. You barely pass if you can keep the qi for 2 minutes. Only by keeping it for 2 minutes, the qi can enter into the central channel. If you cannot keep it for that long, then the qi cannot enter the central channel. For ordinary people, they don't care about the breathing, they just live. Actually, this is breathe to the throat and then exhale it. It's already pretty good if you can breathe into the lungs. And you have to do it to dantian, and then you have to let it enter into the central channel. That's the breathing that you do for your spiritual practice, and it is called the complete breathing. But most people just breathe up to the throat, and it doesn't enter into the central channel at all. That's the breathing of normal people, or some people to the lungs. It's not related. It doesn't touch the central channel at all. But if you do the qi practice, then the qi would go all the way down, and some of the qi would enter into the central channel. Until the central channel is completely full, then the central channel would be open. So that's how it is. So you have to practice qi first, or practice the wind, and the wind is the qi. So in coming, you breathe in or inhale. Abiding is you keep the qi at the generation palace, forefinger width below navel, and keep it there for about 2 minutes, and then you exhale. So in your spiritual cultivation, when you meditate, you have to do this. You have to perform this method, and you have to practice frequently in order to open your central channel. Now it's popular to open your central channel, like a guru, a master that would say, okay, let me open your central channel. And then he would press his finger at the top of your head. Okay? So how do you feel? You feel good? Then okay, it's open now. Okay. $200,000. That's called opening the central channel? No, that's not opening the central channel. You can call it like blessing, but it's not. It's definitely not opening the central channel. Anybody that can open the central channel for you, that's all fake. That's all a scam. A scam. Because the qi has to be completely full and robust inside the central channel, and so that the fine central channel can appear and completely unobstructed. Then that would be the channel of spiritual cultivation, and it's something that you have to practice yourself. It's not to be done by someone else. So you need to understand this, because now it's very common, and that's not right. I mean, having someone opening your central channel. That's all for today. 4:23? So early. How long have I talked? Not even 50 minutes? No. Amitabha. Across the street from the house, there's a girl, and she changed clothes without covering the windows. I have to thank her so much, because my short-sightedness is cured, and now I get up early every day. That's the cause. Because across the house there is a lady that gets up early and changes clothes without covering the windows. Because of this cause, you get up early and your short-sightedness is cured, because you want to see clearly. So let me tell you, every morning I would exercise my eyeballs. I would see far away, and you close your eyes and rotate 14 times, and then you open your eyes and look as far as you can. That exercise so this man gets up early and wanted to see far away, and it doesn't want to be blurry, and the eyes has to move, because following her movements, because she's changing clothes, and sure enough your eyesight would become better, and that's the fruit. So everything has the cause and effect, or cause and the fruit. This customer at the food stall, and he said, I want a bowl of meatball soup. But without the meatballs, instead I want egg drops, and I'll pick it up later. And the boss said, there's so many people are mad these days. Why didn't she say that she wanted egg drop soup instead of saying meatball soup without meatball but with egg drops? You know, it is like this book, this Lamdre book, really. It was really verbose and it's not clear. It didn't let you know. So this is like he wants to eat egg drop soup, but he would say meatball soup without the meatballs, but add egg drops. It's the same as this book, the translation on Lamdre. This Lamdre is only for true practitioners and spiritual cultivators to understand. Otherwise, it's impossible for them to learn it. A true guru would understand what is the incoming, abiding, and outgoing. Why don't you just say inhalation, you know, and then exhalation, and then keeping the chi? You know, why didn't he write it clearly? Just say incoming, abiding, and outgoing. But good thing your lineage root guru understands what the incoming, abiding, and outgoing. But actually, it's like the incoming chi or breathing, inhalation, abiding, and exhalation. And it said about 5 chi. But it didn't say what they are. Actually, it's upper chi, lower chi, peripheral chi, fire accompanying chi, and the life chi. You have to mention it clearly. You have to write them. Or 21,600 counts of breath. So 1 breath for 4 seconds. This Lamdre book, it talks upside down and in and out and use all kinds of words that make you not understand intentionally. And it needs a true guru to explain it in order for you to understand, so that there becomes the oral instruction. You can only understand after explanation by the lineage root guru. Otherwise, you're just muddle-headed. What is the area ambrosia? You know, the core state. You can just say actually it's the poo and the pee. And the fine state is the red body and the white body. No, it's not written like that. It's just like that joke. The pregnant wife and her husband is Mr. Zhou. When we have the child, the baby, I want to name him a simple and easy to remember name. So meaning is like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. In Chinese, it's like week, day 1, day 2, day 3. And the wife asked, how about for the 8th child? Well, okay, for the 8th child, just call it following your family name, which is Xia, and it means the next week. Next week, day 1, day 2. It's easy to remember. This book is not like that. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4 of the week. After reading it, I have to think about it before I expound it. It's too convoluted. One day, the dog is married to the cat, and they got divorced not long after. And the judge asks the dog, "Why are you divorced?" Because after we get married, the cat never returns home at night, and his behavior is very questionable. And the cat said, "Hey, that's misunderstanding. I am just chasing after the mice." And then the judge said, "But what's good about chasing the mice? I mean, you cannot be good for chasing the mice." When I was chatting to Mom and Dad, Mom was sighing and said, "I haven't seen you bringing boyfriend home, so nobody wants you." And the girl became very self-conscious and lost her confidence. And Dad said, "Please don't say that to the girl." And the girl became very happy looking at that and thinking that, "Oh, Dad loves me more." And then Dad adds, at least there would be one that mistake her, It's like, didn't see her clearly and then marry her. Didn't see her as she is and marry her. Please pay attention. Spiritual cultivation is the most proper, the most important, crucial, and correct thing, because it would determine the fruitions that you would attain in the future. So it is a very serious matter. It's not a joke. And you have to be really conscientious and walk step by step on the correct and proper path. And you cannot go on the deviant path. You pray for blessings. And of course, you want to be absorbed by the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, and Dakinis to absorb you. And you pray to the protectors to protect you. It has to be the Herukas, the Vidya Rajas, the wisdom kings, and the heavenly gods. And you also have to find an authentic and a real lineage root guru. Let me tell you, spiritual cultivation has nothing to do with ghosts. So in our spiritual cultivation, we do protection against those wandering ghosts, evil spirits, and demons, monsters, and spirits. So in our spiritual cultivation, we want to protect ourselves from those wandering spirits, evils, ghosts, and demons, monsters, and that. But instead, if you see someone enshrining, worshipping, or employing ghosts, please don't get close to them. Especially don't follow them. Although ghosts has some kind of supernatural power, they may know some things and resolve some minor issues. But don't be distracted into the deviant path because you see some good reactions from that. So if you see a master that is employing or worshipping ghosts, then please don't follow them. Because they may show you some responses, they may show you some miracles about minor things. That's useless. That's not important. Because at the time, Sakyamuni Buddha was adamantly opposed about fortune telling, about changing your destinies, about fortune telling or divination using looks and palms and stuff, psychic stuff, and to learn this kind of things. Those are also supplemental. You should not focus on those, otherwise you would walk the wrong path. Please don't learn how to cast spells or doing curses and black magics. Please don't, because that's creating bad karma. So you need to know you have to walk on the correct path and never to leave it and never to go deviant from that. Because once you leave the correct path, the more you go, the worse it gets. So please be extremely careful. So we worship Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, protectors, Dakinis. We respect them and learn from them. We learn from the Buddhas. Please don't learn from the ghost and don't become like the ghost. This is the key point. That's all for today. Om Mani Padme Hum.
非常感谢圣尊精彩宝贵的法语开示。现在请大家把各自坐的椅子摆好，有靠背的椅子放在架子上面，圆凳子放在椅子的两旁。
We are very grateful to His Holiness Precious Dharma teachings today. In a moment, there would be the empowerments for Amoghapasa Kuan Yin. And during the empowerment, please remember to visualize the deity, to form the mudra, and to recite the mantra. You may also visualize that you're in union with the deity. This ends this interpretation today. Thank you very much.
恭请圣尊为与会大众做不空圈所观音法灌顶，含有皈依灌顶。
Amoghapasa
还没有接受灌顶的同门，请你们赶快过来接受灌顶，灌顶即将要结束了。还没有接受灌顶的同门，请你们赶快过来接受灌顶，灌顶即将要结束了。还没有接受灌顶的同门，请你们赶快过来接受灌顶，灌顶即将要结束了。让我们以热烈的掌声感谢圣尊慈悲赐受灌顶。在司仪台这边有捡到一些外套跟围巾啊，你们看看是，如果是你们自己的，请过来这边认领。做观想大礼拜，礼拜根本传承上师及十方三世一切诸佛。嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心三引。二拜诸菩萨。嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心三引。三拜诸护法金刚。嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心三引。四平等离其手。护摩法会圆满吉祥结束了，非常感谢根本传承上师的大加持，感谢 诸位上师、教授、师法师、讲师、助教与大家的护持，以及网络直播现场观看的观众，谢谢大家，功德无量。网络直播到此结束，非常感谢大家的收看。阿弥陀佛。We now conclude this live broadcast. Thank you for viewing. 示意台这边有简。